and I might actually be able to surf. I don't know what's going on here. There's a bunch of American flags. This is very interesting. I don't know what this is. I just got off the train. This is the first thing I see. It's a guy waving an American flag in Busan. Good morning, folks. Welcome to Seoul Station here in Seoul, South Korea. I'm super excited today because I'm going to be taking my first bullet train ever. I've never been on a bullet train before. I've been on a high-speed train once in Laos, but never on a proper bullet train. And today, for about $45, I've booked myself a trip to Busan, which is the whole reason I really came to Korea, because I'm taking a ferry from there to Japan. So we've come bright and early to Seoul Station today, where I'm going to be boarding this train. I don't know how much of this I'll actually be able to film, because I'm assuming, like I know Korea, it's going to be nice and quiet on the train and probably very relaxed. So I got to figure out a way that I can make this video interesting, but we'll just be documenting the experience basically of getting on this bullet train. I know a million videos like this have been done before on YouTube. I don't, that's not gone by the wayside for me, but I'm interested in myself. At the end of the day, this whole YouTube channel is to archive all my travels and inspire people to travel. So maybe when I'm older and a dad, I can show my kids when their father first went on his first bullet train. Hopefully by then they'll have flying cars. So here we are in Seoul Station. So a little bit of information about booking this ticket in 2023. I tried booking it online in the online portal. It was 95,000 won, which is just short of $70, or around $70. It actually became so much cheaper booking it in person. And not only that, I booked it online and then they canceled my ticket because they only have a limited number of tickets you can actually book online. So, sorry, I'm out of breath carrying a nice big suitcase. So then I just came into the station yesterday, booked it here for $45. Super easy process. Now we just got to find the track. So here is the massive Seoul Station. Sort of the central travel hub in South Korea, in Seoul. So I'm assuming I'm looking for the KTX tracks. This place is absolutely massive. Actually kind of disorienting. Curious also if you have to go through some sort of security check before you get to board the train. Let's see here. This looks like the right place. 10:17.
Oh, not now. When these trains are gone, this train will appear on the screen.
Okay.
So you have to wait.
Wait until it appears.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Alright, straightforward enough. I'll show you guys what the ticket looks like in a second. But as I do, I always try to arrive in places early, like way earlier than I actually need to be. It just makes my life easier so I know where I'm at. And therefore, knock on wood, I never really, I can't knock on any wood. I never really miss any flights or buses or anything like that because I'm always there a little bit earlier than I need to be. So I'll show you guys exactly where I booked the ticket yesterday. That's the ticket booking terminal. If you have a Korean debit card / credit card, you can book your tickets right here on the machine. But if you're a foreigner like me, you just gotta go to the good old ticket stand. No passport required, no nothing, no ID. So they don't verify it by your name or anything like that. It's just a ticket. You could technically buy one and give it to a friend as well. There you go. 59,000 won. You get an allocated seat number, car number, and we just got to wait for 10:17 or probably around 10 for my train to show up on the screen. Yesterday when I was here, I asked how much earlier should I be here for the train, and I couldn't understand if she was saying 15 or 50 minutes, so I decided to come 1 hour early just to be safe. But yeah, it turns out it's probably 15 minutes because being here for an hour early is probably no point. So yeah, you can see the hustle and bustle of Seoul Station. I should also mention, probably most of this video will take place in Busan. Again, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film in the train itself, but the whole reason I'm heading to Busan is because I was tipped off that apparently it's a surfing destination in Korea, and I haven't surfed in quite a while. It's been over a month and a half now since I left Sri Lanka, so I am really itching to get back in the water and surf. It's also been a Jewish holiday where I haven't really been able to go into the water at all to swim, and I'm a little island boy, little water boy, so I'm craving some ocean time. So that's the biggest reason why I'm heading to Busan. I've also heard it's ridiculously expensive. Like, I've heard it can cost up to $70 a day to rent a surfboard and a wetsuit, which is a lot of money. A lot more than I've ever paid to rent a surfboard. That being said, I want to go explore and check it out. I booked myself a little hostel pretty much on the beach, or close to the beach. So I'm very excited to kick off this journey and get out of the city, because I've been pretty much Hong Kong, Taipei, Seoul, just cities for the last like 3.5 weeks. Okay, so after about 15 minutes, waited for a little while, my train seems to have popped up on the screen here. 10:17 KTX, track number 4 to Busan. Nice to know also no delays at all, which is cool. I'm assuming bullet trains don't experience too many delays as is. But yeah, I'm super curious to see how this goes. If it's just gonna be super quiet or a party on the train. Alright, so if this is the bullet train, I'm a bit confused. I thought they look a little bit different. I have carriage number 12. This kind of looks like a regular old train. But maybe that's what bullet trains look like. I always thought they looked like super aerodynamic and futuristic. This looks like a very normal ass train. I'm confused. I should also mention, there was a ticket option that allowed you to basically stand for the entire journey. I think it's significantly cheaper. I was like, hell no. I'm not standing for 3 hours on the train. I'm actually kind of shocked. I always thought bullet trains look way more futuristic than this. There you go, 4003 to Busan. Yep, this is the right one. Okay. I'm gonna get me a little water bottle from this beautiful little vending machine that I can hopefully put some coins into. Okay, now that we got water, hardest part is finding our seat. I am not going to film this because I'm carrying luggage. It's going to be extremely difficult. So I'll just show you guys once I get onto the train itself. Alright, my seat, 7A. Somehow got lucky enough to get allocated a window seat. Which is dope, that never happens. So, here we are. I do have to say, I always thought the bullet trains were going to be a lot fancier than this. For some reason, it feels like this is like the most basic train possible. But I'm excited to see it go fast. I think interior-wise, there's nothing really to be that excited about. Maybe there's a first-class carriage that looks a lot nicer than this one, but this one's pretty basic. So I'm excited, but I got a big window seat, which is nice. Alrighty, just like that, I made it to Busan. That was exciting. So yeah, I had different expectations for this bullet train, but I realized once I was on it, when I saw one of these bullet trains go past, I was like, okay, I'm definitely on a bullet train. Yeah, I actually saw one of the same trains going by, and I was like, holy shit, that was fast. I don't think I've ever seen a train go that fast, because I never saw the Shinkansen when I was in Japan. I don't think I ever saw it with my own eyes. I never rode it either. Maybe this time when I go to Japan, we'll see. We're here in Busan now. I've got quite a long journey to get to my hostel. I'm staying in a hostel for the first time during this whole Asia trip, I think. and I booked it a little bit far out of the city to be near the beach so I could surf. Hopefully there's some waves. I looked at the forecast, it looks all right. So that's the goal. Let's see if we can get there. All right, here we are, folks. I like that they have a little surfboard display here. It means they're embracing the surf culture of the city. I like that a lot. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. That's what I'm looking for. You've got a little bit of a view of the city. So I can either shell out the money on getting a taxi, which I think will be pretty expensive to where my hostel is. I think it's probably an hour drive, or I just trek it on the train. I'm kind of leaning towards the train a little bit more right now, but this is our first view here of Busan. I only know this city because of a zombie movie that I watched on Netflix probably during the pandemic called Train to Busan, which I don't think they ever actually make it to Busan during the movie, if I remember correctly. But yeah, we're here. Let's see how we get to my hostel. All right, here we go. It took me a little while to get out of the station. I think I'm opting to just do a taxi. It's gonna be a lot easier. It's only like 13 bucks for the hour ride. It's gonna save me a hell of a lot of energy, and I might actually be able to surf. I don't know what's going on here. There's a bunch of American flags. This is very interesting. I don't know what this is. I just got off the train. This is the first thing I see. It's the guy waving an American flag in Busan. Alrighty. Let's see if we can get a taxi out of here. Yeah, hostel. 14. So I just give this one to the taxi?
Yeah, taxi. Yeah.
Okay.
감사합니다.
Thank you. Koreans are the best, man. They're so friendly. I love the people here. They really are so friendly. I feel like Koreans are always really shy, especially maybe with my skin color. People are like a little bit nervous to talk to me. But the second I open up and speak to people, they're just like the nicest. There was a little tourist information area there, so I just asked, and she actually told me that it's surprisingly cheaper to get a taxi to where I'm going. Half the price that I thought it was going to be. So hopefully that actually holds true. She even wrote me, show me exact instructions and the name in Korean so I can just hand it to the taxi driver and be like, hey, this is where I'm going, take me please. So yeah, I'm just going to do this via taxi. I don't have the energy to hop on a local bus right now or on a train that's going to be crowded with this big suitcase and try to figure out. I think it's going to be too difficult. Alright, not a bad shake. Around 18 bucks to get here. A little expensive, but it is what it is. There's the hostel. I got the beach access down there. I'm excited for this. So for $22 a night, I got myself a little capsule hotel. And that's the room. It's just this. That's it. Little capsule. That's a storage area for the luggage. A little bit of a view. So I came here to surf. The girl downstairs who checked me in did not tell me if I'm able to actually surf on the beach here. I've got a sneaking suspicion that I can't. So I'm gonna go down to the beach right now and see if I can surf here, because if not, the closest surfing beach that I can see on Google Maps is about an hour away by public transport or 22 minutes by taxi. So depending on the swell, if I can surf, I might make the stretch out with a taxi, but we'll see. First, let's go check out the beach that's here. All right, here we are, first official walk on the streets of Busan. If you guys watched my video in Seoul, the one and only video I made in Seoul, I was speaking about how it's been kind of rough recently on YouTube. The last year, I haven't really made an income at all, and the channel seems to be dying. I'm trying to revive it with everything that I got, but everything I do is just not working. So I decided a few days ago, when I had to let go of all my employees that I had hired to help me manage this channel. Now it's just me doing everything again. I said, all right, when I get to Busan, let's focus on bringing up the mood a little bit, making myself happy. And even if it means I need to spend a little bit more money, just focus on being able to be near the water or in the water, clear my thoughts, maybe come up with some new video ideas that will do well, and really try to revive my business. I'm really hoping that I'm following the correct path to the beach right now, because Google Maps does not work in Korea. And their Kakao map is kind of annoying and frustrating to use sometimes. So I'm trying to lead myself down to the beach. It seems like I'm going the right way. I can kind of see the ocean through there. I need to like turn left here somewhere. But anyways, the main gist of what I was saying is, being creative with this channel and trying to make videos, a lot of it revolves around my happiness and trying to find like a source of happiness from it. And the last couple months, I really haven't been paying attention to that. I've just been pushing myself to do whatever I think is right for the channel to make money. And since it didn't really work out, it's been sort of like kind of rough on me mentally. And I don't mean for this to be complaining. I'm so appreciative that I even have a reserve of cash to use right now from all the amazing years that I did have on YouTube. But it sucks as a business owner to see your business sort of flailing and not doing well, especially when it comes to the YouTube channel. So the one thing that always grounds me, makes me happy, is being near the ocean, is surfing. So I figured, all right, I knew Busan was by the beach. I knew that it's potential to surf here. Let's see if we can make it happen. So that's the idea. Let's kind of spend a couple days here surfing before we head off to Japan. So we're gonna roll up to the beach right now and see if we can find a place to rent a surfboard. Here we go, guys. Place your bets. Surf or not surf in Busan? Well, it seems as my theory was correct. The surf rental boards are not here. You can't rent a surfboard on this beach. Rightfully so. There's really not a wave to be caught here. So now the next issue is it's coming towards the end of the day already. I think it's 3:30, and I've got an hour to catch another public transport all the way to the other beach. Might not be able to surf today. I just know that other beach has plenty of surfboards. I saw on Google Maps there are tons of little surf shops with surfboards for rent. I don't know why I keep saying it so weird. So that's what I'm looking for right now. But yeah, it seems as I'm shit out of luck on this beach, and there's not a single person in the water surfing. I guess there must be some sort of rule. There's actually nobody even in the water. Everyone's out on the beach, which is fair enough. The wave is big enough to surf. I don't know why people would be in the water. That's a good indication for the other beach. I'm gonna go check it out. I think I'm gonna make the trek over, because this is looking pretty good. Whew. Not simple here in South Korea to do things. It can be kind of tricky sometimes. Bah, it's so hot. I'm sweating buckets. I'm gonna climb up this hotel real quick. I'm gonna get some swimming trunks, and I'm gonna grab a public bus. I'm gonna grab a public bus all the way down to that other beach. I'm crossing my fingers, hoping that I can get in the water and surf. The last thing is, I heard that surfboard rentals in South Korea can range anywhere from $30 for an hour, which is not the worst, to $70 for an hour. If it's $70, I'm not surfing. All right, $1 later, and we are by Seongjongdong. I forgot how to pronounce this place. Crazy name, Seongjongdong, something like that. I gotta say, Google Maps really doesn't got it going on here at all in Korea. If you listen to it, it's gonna take you down a rabbit hole chase. It told me that the bus ride was gonna be like 50 minutes from my hostel. It ended up being 15. So I'm so happy I didn't spend money on a taxi, because it was at $1 and it took less time than what even the expected time for the taxi was. Now I just gotta find access to the beach, which I think I'm going the right way. Apparently there's a bunch of surf shops down there too. So hopefully I can inquire with the surfboard rental. I was doing a little bit more research online, trying to figure out how much it's going to cost. I think it's a little bit cheaper than anticipated. As long as there's waves, I think I might be able to catch some today. I see surfboards and I see the word surf. I'm getting excited. Even though they may be a bunch of softy, foamy surfboards, they are surfboards nonetheless. Here's a little place called Day Surf. This is exciting. I think maybe smarter to get down to the beach first and see what it looks like before I even inquire on the price. I'm getting so nervous, my heart's about to palpitate. I'm seeing so many surf shops, I can see the ocean, I just can't see what the waves look like. I can't imagine it's too good. I cannot imagine. My one hope is that there's a pretty big typhoon slamming the north of Taiwan at the moment. So, and it's close enough, I'm assuming maybe there'll be some residual waves that come by here. Okay. It's tiny, but it's something. Okay, I guess they really segregate here in Korea where you can surf, because there are waves here, but nobody in the water, and all the surfers are out there. What the hell? There's gotta be like 50 people in the water, and the wave is not very good. Well, I came all the way out here. There's no fucking chance of me. Just let's party wave it. Let's see what happens. All right, so I just got out of the water. I rented a board from this little surf shop called Surf Doctor. Really well taken care of board, which is nice. Usually when I rent surfboards when I'm traveling, they are horrible. But this was fantastic. And I want to show you guys, not only was that a good session, I think that was probably the best session I've had in the last year. I've been surfing quite a bit this year. Look, it was just like, I mean, it looks really bad on the camera, I think. It was just like knee to waist high waves the entire time. In the beginning, it was super crowded. Like, it was impossible for me to catch a wave the first hour. I was like, this is the worst session I've had in a long time. Then a bunch of people left as the sun started setting. I had 2 hours completely by myself. 4 other locals, which were super nice. The surf etiquette in the water in Korea is like, they don't drop in on you. They're like super polite. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And yeah, that just like made the Korea trip for me. There was a highlight of the Asia trip. Beautiful sunset. I mean, there's not a lot of it left right now, but oh, it was gorgeous. I wish I could film in the water. I just can't risk it with my camera. I don't have the accessories to do a surf mount right now, but goddamn was that fun. That was so fun. There's almost no chance I'm not coming back tomorrow to get another surf in. But I will say the water was freezing. All right, to end such an incredible surf session and day, I thought I ended off in a bang. I'm traveling with Moshe and his brother, who are vegetarians, so I can't ever eat meat with them. So I'm here by a Korean barbecue restaurant by myself. I promised myself I would eat Korean barbecue when I came back to Korea, because I had such an amazing experience eating it last time I was here. I was like, doesn't matter if I have to pay for it by myself, if I'm not splitting with anyone. And honestly, I couldn't be fucked. Go back to the hostel to try to find somebody or find a girl to ask out on a date to go eat. So I was just like, you know what? Let's just treat ourselves. We're just gonna eat by ourselves. We had a good surf session. I think I might be the first person to ever come to Korea and eat Korean barbecue by themselves, but here it is. We got some ribs. I think this is the ribs. And some samgyeopsal, some thin cut beef. I'm gonna cook this all up and I'm gonna devour it.